My wife, Sarah, died 6 months ago on a Tuesday, but last night she knocked on the front door. I was sitting in the living room with the TV on mute, just watching the static flickers against the wall, holding a stack of her old mail I still haven't had the heart to throw away. The sound wasn't urgent. It was 3 slow, deliberate taps against the wood, exactly 4 seconds apart, using the precise rhythm she always used when her hands were full of groceries. The air in the hallway instantly felt cold, like someone had opened a window in the dead of winter, and my stomach dropped before my brain could even process what I was hearing. I didn't move. I told myself it was a neighborhood kid or a stray branch, but the wind wasn't blowing, and the front porch light had been burned out since May. I slowly walked down the hallway, the hardwood floor creaking under my feet, every step feeling heavier than the last. When I reached the door, I didn't look through the peephole right away because my mind kept repeating a rule I didn't know I had. If you don't look, it isn't real. But then I heard the soft rustle of coat fabric against the exterior panel, followed by a light sigh. It was the exact sound she made when she came home tired from work. I pressed my eye to the lens. The porch was dark, illuminated only by the faint glow of the street lamp across the yard, but I could clearly see the outline of a figure standing on the welcome mat. She was wearing the yellow rain jacket I donated to Goodwill 3 months ago, down to the small tear on the left cuff that I had tried to patch with black thread. Her back was turned to the door, staring out at the empty driveway, perfectly still. My breathing stopped. I wanted to scream, to ask who was standing out there playing some sick prank, but my throat was entirely dry. That was when I noticed the first detail that felt completely wrong. Her shadow wasn't falling behind her toward the yard. It was stretched forward, pressed flat against the bottom of the front door, slipping inward beneath the thin crack of the threshold like ink bleeding into paper. I backed away slowly, step by step, never taking my eyes off the deadbolt. Then, the brass handle began to turn. It didn't jiggle or rattle. It moved with a smooth, heavy confidence, as if whoever was on the other side possessed a key that just wasn't clicking into place yet. I retreated to the kitchen, picking up my phone with trembling hands to call the police, but the screen didn't show my home layout or signal bars. It was just displaying a continuous loop of my security camera feed from the front porch, recorded 3 hours prior. In the footage, I saw myself opening the front door at 7 in the evening, stepping outside, and talking warmly into the empty dark for 20 minutes before stepping back inside and locking up, something I have absolute zero memory of doing. A subtle pattern started connecting in my head, a series of tiny memory lapses over the past few weeks that I had blamed on grief. The front door being unlocked every morning, pair after pair of shoes lined up neatly by the entry, 2 plates set on the dining table instead of 1. The realization made my skin crawl with a deep, silent horror that no violent break-in could ever cause. From the hallway, her voice came through the wood, muffled and low, but unmistakably hers, speaking with a strange, flat cadence that sounded like a recording. Played slightly too slow. She said my name, then told me she left her keys on the counter, using the exact phrasing from a conversation we had 3 years ago on a completely ordinary Sunday. I didn't answer. I just stood in the dark kitchen, watching the shadow beneath the door slowly widen, realizing that whatever has been living in my house with me for the last 6 months isn't trying to get in tonight. It's trying to remind me that I already let it in a long time ago, and every night I forget. It simply has to walk up to the porch and start the routine all over again, waiting for me to remember where I put the spare key.